So what is new to my fragrance shelf this week? Well, I can tell you it is Gentleman Givenchy Eau de Parfum Boisée, or Boisée I think is how they pronounce it. It's got a little accent on the E, so I think it means you go up at the end. You know, it's a surprising fragrance that combines the warmth of fiery wood with the subtle elegance of iris. What does iris smell like in a fragrance? Well, I wanted to pick up on this first because iris is a very predominant note in the heart of this fragrance. It is combined with cacao and cedarwood, so together it really gives a warmth to the heart of this fragrance. The iris flower itself is very satin-like, it's neutral, it's very soft. Some would kind of refer it to a bit of a powdery kind of note, but not like baby powder, because the iris flower also has a woody scent to it as well, so it combines so well with the cedarwood and cacao. A small touch of chocolate with a smoky, woody, slightly floral heart note is the absolute essence to this beautiful fragrance. Okay, let's talk about the other notes in the fragrance. So the top notes for this fragrance are black pepper, coriander and geranium. As I've mentioned, the heart notes are iris, cacao and cedarwood, and follow on to that, the base notes for this fragrance are sandalwood, burning wood and patchouli. And you can pick up this fragrance for around £58 for 50ml, and it goes up to about £80 for 100ml. But I would shop around if I was you, because just a quick search on Google and I've actually found difference of prices. There's been a lot of the 100ml reduced, something to around £64 I think, so it's probably better off investing in 100ml rather than a small little 50ml bottle. Okay, let's have a little squirt of it, eh? Wow, a few squirts. Oh, it's do you know what? It's a complex fragrance. I would say most certainly that this 2020 Gentleman Givenchy Boisée is definitely more complex than the 2018 predecessor Gentleman by Givenchy. It's probably because it's a lot more spicy, it's a lot more woody than the other fragrance. I would say the previous fragrance is much more rounded, which makes this fragrance totally different in where I would wear it. Now, I think maybe Givenchy are going for the angle of a black tie. If you have a look at their ad campaign, they're probably going around that kind of angle with it, which I completely agree with. But I also feel there's a lot of other uses for this fragrance. Well, I would personally wear it on a date, maybe like the third or fourth date, when you're trying to mix up your fragrances a little bit, giving them something else to think about, not wearing your typical fragrance that you would on a first date. It's definitely something that I would also wear in the office, a place where there's lots of people. I think that potentially it's a little bit too punchy and a bit too woody and a bit too spicy to if you're in an office with like 5 or 6 people and you're combined in a small space. It's quite a punchy fragrance, so I think maybe out in a bar as well, there's a lot of people around, so it does dilute down a little bit. I think that's a great place to wear this particular fragrance. It's really blown my mind actually how affordable it is compared to other fragrances that really kind of hit me the same way that this does. It's very complex, there's a lot that's gone into it, and it's definitely going to stay on my fragrance shelf for a very, very long time. So there you go, gents, that is my review of Gentleman Givenchy Eau de Parfum Boisée. Let's put it back on the shelf, and I could put a link below on where to purchase it. Have a good day.